It's working. Tired. 3:12 in the afternoon and 79 degrees and it's still raining. I'm tired. I have been cleaning all morning and I'm not even done yet. I have leftovers still from yesterday that I could eat right now, but we're gonna save that for supper. Right now my son is off and I asked him, do you want a snack from Taco Bell? And he said, of course. Oh, it's right here. He wrote it down for me. Because Moon will not remember. There goes my neighbor. It has been raining non-stop since really early in the morning. And I hate it. I hate this weather. I hate it. I don't like it when it's really hot and the sun is beating down. But I hate for it to be raining. Where are you going? I haven't even taken down the waters because I just mopped the floor. I don't want to get it all dirty with little tire marks by using the wagon. Yeah. So how's everybody's Monday? I hope you all are having a better Monday than I am. Yes. Oh. Why do the police have to look at me? Do I look like I'm about to speed? And then my side street is still closed. It's going to be closed all the way to the end of July. So nobody can go through there. And that was my shortcut. Now I got to go through over here, through the main street, which I don't like. It's too much traffic. And I'm wearing my sweater, you all. You know why I'm wearing my sweater? Because my jacket's in the dryer. I used it yesterday when we went to the theater. Oh! You know, let me just call this my review of 28 Years Later. I do not understand how some people loved it. I don't understand it. They didn't even play the music from 28 Days Later. How can you love it? Spoiler alert. In case you haven't watched it, don't listen to me. Come back and convince me how it was a good movie. Okay, the beginning, let me tell you, with Spike and his father, it was like watching a Lifetime Movie Network movie. I'm like, are we serious? And then the mom, who I thought maybe was had dementia or some other mental illness, turns out that she has cancer. And I'm like, seriously? Okay, I'll get to that part in a sec. But the whole beginning of the movie was nothing but loud ass music, which was pretty good, but not for that movie. And then it was all Spike and his dad that go into the mainland. And then there are these crawlers on the grass that look like sumo wrestlers. And they're eating worms. And I'm like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? And, I don't know how many times the dad told Spike, which is his son, aim for the heart, aim for the head. Oh no, we aimed for the neck each and every time. So of course he wouldn't die. These infected, is what they call them, the infected, you know what they actually look like? And no offense to anybody anywhere, they look like they were homeless and on fentanyl, naked. It was a fusion between Naked and Afraid and fentanyl. Hang on, you all. And we're back. Yeah, we're back. Oh, okay. He's already getting his order. I don't know if y'all want it. Hold on, you all. Sorry. All right, you all. So, as I was saying, the beginning of the movie was mainly Spike and his dad. They were out on the mainland. He was teaching him how to kill. And this was going to be his first kill, his first time out on the mainland. And it took forever. Okay? It took forever for anything to actually happen. It was all music, and then they would show like a flashback of soldiers, and I was confused about that. I'm assuming it had something to do with people that lived in the mainland before, but these soldiers look like they were back from the 20s, maybe 40s, and this is supposed to be 28 years later. And that's another problem I had, because they were still killing with bows and arrows. I would think they would be more advanced. Some of them did have rifles, but I would still think they would be more advanced. You know, like I don't know. I just don't know. So, going on. It was like almost 45 minutes of the movie where they were out on the mainland. Okay? Finally, they go back. And they're being followed by one of the infected. However, the infected one that's following them looked more like a Neanderthal. He was just like really tall, dirty, naked. His hair was messed up. He didn't look infected. So I wasn't sure if they were just like, I couldn't even tell you. Oh. Sorry about that, you all. The car in front of me just stopped all of a sudden. And my car was warning me about it. I don't know why they did that. Right in the middle of traffic, where the light is. That was so stupid of them. Anyway, I am gonna say he was one of the infected, because I'll get to that part in a bit also. He follows them back. He doesn't make it back. He gets struck with many arrows, but doesn't die, because none of them aim for the head. Okay? And so I'm like, really? And the movie goes on, and the mom is seeming like she's going nuts. She's hot all the time. I'm assuming they don't have access to razor blades, because she had hair under her arms. And you know, there's all the townspeople on this island, I guess, and you know, they're keeping safe there. I don't know how they're getting their supplies as far as food and chickens to eat and canned food. I'm parking over here at the park so that I can finish up before I go home and before the food gets cold. So I have no idea. I'm assuming they've got to go to the mainland to get these things, but maybe not. I don't know where they're getting their supplies. So anyhow, the grandpa tells Spike that there's a doctor out there in the mainland. That fire that he saw is a doctor that he takes the bodies of people and he buries them. And I'm like, okay. And then apparently this doctor also has like these towers of skulls of people, I guess, that have died, and he cleaned up their skulls and he puts them in this tower as a tribute to them, which makes no sense to me, because like, why do you have their heads but yet you bury the other bodies? Like, that part just didn't make sense to me. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, just go with the movie, Moon. Just go with the flow. Don't question everything. Just go with the flow. It'll all make sense in the end. So I was like, okay, stop thinking. Just go with the flow, right? But I'm watching this go on. The grandpa's telling Spike about the doctor that's out there. I already forgot the doctor's name, so we're just going to call him Doctor. And Spike decides, oh, this doctor could probably help my mother. He can tell her what's wrong with her. So he's like, I'm going to take my mother out there. You know, he's thinking to himself. He's not telling the grandpa. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to get my mom. We're going to go to the mainland. We're going to look for this doctor. And this doctor's going to help my mom and give her some medicine or cure her. And everything's going to be all good. So he convinces the mom to go out there with him. They go all the way to the mainland again. And the mom starts having memories of herself as a child with her dad. So she starts calling Spike Dad. And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. I mean, the mom has some kind of mental issues going on. You know, this is before I found out what she had. And, yeah, they run into those crawlers again. And, of course, she kills one. Which was, okay. How she did that, I don't know, because if she's cuckoo, how did she kill one of the crawlers? And I'm calling them crawlers because I don't know what they're called. So anyway, they keep going forward and they run into a lot of infected, so they have to hide in some gas station, and the gas station has some kind of like ethanol going on or something, and they're gonna blow up this, but the soldier comes and saves them. The soldier is one of the ones that used to be in the mainland that managed to survive. And he's a young guy, so he saves them. And he's got a little bit of a humor to him, but it didn't really like make me laugh, you know. But anyhow, I'm like, okay, go on. And he's telling the soldier how he wants to take his mother over to this doctor to help her, right? Well, all of a sudden they run into one of the infected, one that is pregnant, and I'm like, here we go. She's going to give birth, isn't she? Sure enough, she gives birth. She has a baby girl. Turns out normal, thank God. You know, at least for that. But they have to kill her. The soldier kills the mom that just gave birth because she was about to attack Spike and his mother. And then when he did that, here comes the Neanderthal man and beheads the soldier, of course, because that's who he is, you know, a Neanderthal, caveman on fentanyl, naked, by the way. So he kills his soldier. They manage to escape. Spike and his mom and the baby, they escape. They get to the doctor keeps them safe, you know, and he examines the mother and he says, oh, you know what? She's got cancer. And the mom's like, I wanted someone to tell you, but I couldn't find anybody to tell you that I had cancer. And I'm thinking, you couldn't tell him yourself? Because she was like, I knew I had cancer, but I didn't know how to tell you, and I wanted someone else to do it. And I was like, you couldn't just tell your son you had cancer rather than having him bring you out here risking all of your lives? Like, really, lady? Like, what? So the doctor ends up killing her, but in a very euthanized way, where she don't feel any pain, you know. And of course, then he takes her head and he gives it to Spike, and he says, here you go, like, you put it where you think it should go, right? On that tower of skulls. So he puts her at the very top, and I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, Spike decides to take the baby back to the island in a basket. Leaves her there outside the gates, of course. And then they hear the baby crying and they rescue the baby. And the baby comes inside, you know, and he leaves a note for them. Where he got paper and something to write with, don't even ask me. I have no idea. But he got that while he was out there in the woods in the mainland. And he tells them, you know, that an infected gave birth to this baby, but she's not infected. She's healthy. She's good. She's all good. Just take care of her, right? So they're like, okay, we'll take care of her. And then the dad's like, Spike, you know, and wanting to go out there to go get him, but the tide is high. He cannot cross the island to get to the mainland. And that's how they show, you know, after that. And I'm like, okay. So Spike is still out there. We're already getting to the end, you all. Spike is still out there. And he's living out there on his own. He's cooking some fish. And then all of a sudden, you know, here comes another infected. And the guys, there's some guys that appear that are kind of like a circus type guys, you know, like they're like doing flips and stuff. And they kill all the infected that came over, right? Which were like maybe 10 of them. And they're playing this loud music, trying to get you all pumped up, like, yeah, kill, you know. And so they kill all these guys, and then they're like cheering, and the movie ends. Yeah, the movie ends right there. And by the way, the doctor also shot some, what is it called? Oh my God, I went blank. Morphine to the Neanderthal man before he kills him, you know, before he tried to kill them anyway. And the Neanderthal just stands there, you know, and the doctor's like, let's go before he moves, you know. Right now he's asleep, you know, or he's numb and immobile. So let's go before he wakes up. Why would they have not killed him right then and there? Why would you leave him alive so he can continue to follow you and try to kill you? Which he did try, by the way. Nobody ever killed him. That man is still out there roaming around. And I'm thinking, and I told my son the same thing, and my son agreed with me, like, yeah, like, why not go to town on him, you know, if he was already, like, immobile and numb, you know, because of the anesthesia they gave him or whatever, right? The morphine. And we're like, who knows? Like, but the worst part for me was the ending. So then when I got home, I was like, you know what? Let me look up some YouTube videos to see who else has reviewed this movie. Maybe there's something I missed. And I was going to watch a video where they were going to explain the whole movie to you, right? But instead, I ended up watching something else, you know, but even in those videos, I looked at the comments, because everybody goes to the comments first in a video, and a lot of people actually loved it, and they're looking forward to the next one, which comes out next year. And I'm like, did we watch the same movie? They didn't even play the infamous song during the movie. They didn't even mention anything about the previous people in the movie. Did we watch the same movie? I am confused. Is this a new generation and they're really dumb where they can't even kill people after they give them morphine? I mean, I don't get it. I do not get it. And then my son was like, well, maybe the next part is going to be where the baby grows up to be immune and she's secure, yada, yada. And I'm like, you know what? I thought about that too, but it's already been done in The Last of Us. It's already been done. Please do not do that to this movie. You're gonna really ruin the whole franchise of it. You're gonna ruin it. Please do not do that. like, they need to come up with something better and better writing. But for the love of God, do not make this baby the cure, because that's already been done. I want to show you all something. Can you all see that? There's a woodpecker. Or what do you call those? Yeah, the woodpecker. Oh, the crows ran him off. Okay, now it's blurry. There. The crows ran him off. Thanks a lot, stupid crows. Or they're not crows. I forgot what you call them, but we're gonna call them crows for now because I can't remember what they're called. I think it's over there in the grass. I was looking at him the whole time I was talking to you all. I don't know where it went. They're having fun right now because there's a lot of insects coming up because of the rain. So they're having a feast. And there's actually somebody out here that was walking. I don't blame them. I've done it before. It's so like refreshing to walk during. Look, these people over here are playing volleyball. I don't know if you can see, but it's refreshing to walk in this weather. I've done it. I wouldn't mind doing it again. I gotta come over here, you all. I have to come back out here. I just haven't like made it out here for whatever reason. I haven't made it. And somewhere through those apartments, I can walk over here. I don't even have to bring my car, but I've yet to do it. And we're already gonna have a year living at this new place. Anyhow, I'm not gonna bore you all with all that. You all enjoy your Monday. Hopefully it's not raining where you're at and you have a lot of sunshine and you can actually enjoy the day. Thank you for listening. And like I said, if you all have a different opinion about the movie, please let me know. Yeah. Sorry for the spoilers, but I did warn you all not to watch. Love you all. Lots of loves and hugs. Keep safe and prayed up. Bye.